What if I told you that the root cause to your golf swing inconsistencies can be something as simple as just ball position? Whether you're on the PGA Tour or a weekend warrior, having proper ball position is an essential key for you to get good at the sport. In lesson number 2, we're going to be discussing how moving your ball position back and forward affects not only your golf swing, but the trajectory and the curvature on the golf ball. Getting better at golf is about developing proper practice habits. This is called a tee station right here. What you're going to do is you're going to point the first club pointing at your target and the second one pointing relative to where you want the ball in your stance. The first club we're going to be discussing today is wedges. Where do we put the golf ball relative to our stance to hit a wedge? What we're going to do is we're going to find our middle point right here, and we're going to move that ball about 1 to 2 back of our initial middle spot. This is where we should be playing our wedge shots as we're going to hit down on it more. Wedges want to go more towards the back of your stance. Now let's talk about middle irons. As we're working up towards an 8, 7, 6 iron, we're going to play these about 1 ball ahead of middle. So if this is the middle of my stance, you're going to move it 1 ball ahead, more towards your left foot. All right, so let's talk about woods now. When having a driver, 3-wood, or hybrid in your hand, what we want to do is place the ball position more up towards the front part of our stance. So if you can imagine right here, this is the instep of my left heel. I'm actually going to place it on the inner part of this alignment rod right here. For hybrids, maybe about 1 ball back of where your left heel would be. For a driver, make sure it's off the inner heel right around here. So let's discuss, as a result of moving your ball position either more forward or back in your stance, what is it going to do to your golf swing, how the ball is going to come off, and your swing path. So think to yourself, as you're hitting more down into the ground, as a result of putting it more back in your stance, your path is going to shift more out to the right. Say we're trying to hit a higher shot, we're putting it more forward in our stance. What is it going to do to our path and our attack angle? By putting it more forward in our stance, we're going to catch it more on the up part of our arc, more towards our left foot, and that's going to result in our path shifting more to the left. So for you golfers who struggle with over the top, moving the golf ball more forward in your stance is actually going to make that slice even worse. So stick to a ball position unless you've got to work the golf ball higher or lower, and make sure it is correct every single time you are practicing. Again, it is essential that we have this tee station set up to make sure every time you go to the driving range, you are practicing with a purpose, your fundamentals are in check, and you're getting better by controlling what you can control out here on the golf course.